Hey guys, Jackie and I thought it would be helpful to review some of the basics of ultrasound. We're going to start with pericardial effusion. So first, just to review, these are your normal cardiac views. The first one in the left upper corner here is your subxiphoid view, which we typically see on the FAST exam. This is your parasternal long view. Down on the left here you have your apical 4, where you try to get both valves in all 4 chambers, and if possible also get the aorta here. And then we also have our parasternal short view. So now these are all the same views, but we can see pericardial effusion in each one. So again, this upper left is your subxiphoid view. You can see the black ring that goes all the way around the heart. The pericardium is the bright white line, and you can see there's fluid between the heart and the pericardium. Here is the apical 4, where we can see fluid around all 4 chambers there. This is your parasternal long view, where we see fluid collecting between the heart and the pericardium. On this view, it's important to see that the fluid tracks anterior to the descending aorta, which we'll review in just a moment. This is, again, your parasternal short view on the bottom right, and you can see fluid surrounding the entire heart. So to review on the parasternal long view, when you're looking for a pericardial effusion, you expect the fluid to track anterior to the descending aorta. So the descending aorta is right here, and we see fluid tracking anterior to it. That circle is where you see this descending aorta on the parasternal long view. If you have a pleural effusion, then you'll see fluid that will track posterior to the descending aorta. So down here on the left, you see black fluid. Here's your descending aorta, and the fluid is tracking down behind it. It's a little bit easier to see on this view in the bottom right. So now for a real-life example done by Laura Paskin in the department. So this is a parasternal short. So you can see the left ventricle here, you see the right ventricle here, and you see fluid that is around the heart. Here is the parasternal long view. So you see the left ventricle, you have the aortic outflow tract here, and you have the right ventricle up top. You have fluid that is between the right ventricle and the pericardium anteriorly, and then posteriorly you can see fluid collecting as well, and you can see that it tracks anterior to the descending aorta, which is right here. So the big question whenever you see a pericardial effusion is if there is tamponade. So to look for tamponade, we typically will see collapsing of the right side of the heart. In systole, we'll see collapsing of the right atrium. In diastole, we'll see collapsing of the right ventricle. So if we look at this same clip, we see the right ventricle up here, and you can see what we call scalloping, or basically collapsing of the right ventricle there. And if we freeze this clip, you can see that this is diastole because the valve is open. Can't use my pointer right now, but while the valve is open, you can also see that the right ventricle is collapsed. So if I play that again, you can see as the valve opens here, and we're in the diastolic phase, you can see collapse of the right ventricle. So to review, to look for a pericardial effusion, to rule it out, you have to have at least 2 cardiac views. If a pericardial effusion is present on the parasternal long, especially, you'll see it tracking anterior to the descending aorta. And if there is an effusion, it's important to look for evidence of tamponade. Let me know how you guys like this, and let me know if there's any other topics that you want reviewed in the next few weeks.